Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, we ask that you forgive us of all the sins that we commit, continue prayer with you, God bless. We thank you for sending your presence and your spirit down with us here today, Father God. We thank you for sending your angels down, Father God, to fill these seats up, Father God, so that this room can be filled with your praise, Father God. We ask you, Father God, to please give us a sense of the spirit, Father God, so we can understand what you have for our message today, Father God, so that we can know how you want us to live our lives, Father God, how you want us to live in peace, Father God, how we're supposed to prepare, Father God, to be in heaven, so what you bring in this year, we ask you, Father God, so please bless us, Lord, to be giving us the message. Please let me read the scriptures that you want to read, Father God. Please give us the Holy Spirit to make us understand how we're supposed to live our lives, Father God. Because even though you're written in the Bible, Father God, word for word, not everything is meant what you're written in the Bible, Father God. So we ask you, Father God, to please give all of us a sense of the Spirit, Father God, to make us understand how we're supposed to prepare, Father God, how we're supposed to be ready, Father God, for your coming, Father God. We ask you for all these things, not because we work it up, because we deserve it, because you're worthy of it, because we know that you love it, because we know that you care for us, because we know that you're the Father, the Son, Jesus Christ, in His name we pray. Amen.
Amen. We're going to read now Genesis 14. Genesis 14. Genesis 14. Verse 12. Go to each one. Genesis 14.
Genesis 14. At this time, Amraphel, king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elisar, Kedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Tito, king of Goim, went to war against Barak, king of Sodom, Barisha, king of Gomorrah, Shena, king of Admah, Shemeber, king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Sidon, the Salt Sea. For 12 years they had been subject to Kedorlaomer, but in the 13th year they rebelled. In the 14th year, Kedorlaomer and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Rephaites in Ashtaroth, Kernan, the Zuzites in Ham, and Emites in Shaveh, Kiriathim, and the Horites in the hill country of Zer, and as far as El Parah near the desert. Then they turned back and went to Mishpat, that is Kadesh, and they conquered the whole territory of the Amalekites, as well as the Amorites who were living in Hazazon Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, that is Zor, marched out and drew up their battle lines in the valley of Sidon against Kedorlaomer, king of Elam, Tidal, king of Goan, Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, king of Elasar. 4 kings against 5. Now the valley of Sidon was full of tar pits, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fled to the hills. The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food. Then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and his possessions, since he was living in Sodom.
One who had escaped came and reported this to Abram and the Hebrew. To Abram the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre the Amorite, a brother of Esau and Aner, all of whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out to the 318 trained men born in his household and went in pursuit as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them, and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hobah, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions, together with the women and the other people. After Abram returned from defeating Kedorlaomer and the kings allied with him, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shaveh, that is, the king's valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have raised my hand to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and have taken an oath that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or the thong of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten, and share that belongs to the men who went with me, to Aner, Esau, and Mamre. Let them have their share. Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Thank you, Jesus.
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 Amen. We're going to just start now with Genesis 14. We want to salute, first of all, to all of the ladies, everybody watching and listen to us. At this time, we send you a video or the gospel, the word of God. We salute you now. I want to salute all of them watching us, who listen to us, because we want to make sure we have everything in control by the Spirit of God. And we're going to keep continuing to preach the gospel the way God gave it to us to preach. Because God is on his way to come back soon. And make feel like we have the job not done. The job not done yet, because the job not done yet. So we have to try to do the best we can to make all the world, everywhere we can go. So to make sure by the way we preach the gospel, in the air, the satellite, the YouTube, the internet, to see if everyone can hear the word of God. Some people sometimes they're home, some people sometimes they're hospital, sometimes they're in the jail, you know what I mean? So everywhere you are, if you get the possibility to carry a phone in your device, you can hear the word of God. And the word of God can save your life, can save you from any circumstance you find yourself through. So that's exactly why. You know exactly who's talking right now. It's your brother, Reverend Evangelist Dudley Pierre, as I try to my best to follow the way God sent me to preach the gospel. So I'm presenting that to you right now. I wish you good appetite to listen and to enjoy, and may the Spirit of God give you the discernment to enjoy the Word of God. So we just read Genesis chapter 14. Genesis chapter 14, and we saw like we got Abraham. And Abraham, we know who's Abraham. Abraham is a father. And a father who's God blessed, and God blessed Abraham, and he said, Abraham, when I bless you, you'll be the father of the earth, of the universe. Everything I put on you will be sealed from now when I bless you. I put my blessing on you. Everybody who meet you, who receive you the way you are with that blessing, will be blessed. If the person bless you, he'll be blessed. If the person curse you, I will curse that person. So God put something special on Abraham. So Abraham now have a situation where he has to go to fight against some kings, you know what I mean? Because what happened, when you approach to his country, where he's at, and you feel like things not going well, compared to the way God called him, and compared to the way the people going on, the way the people are acting, the way the people are trying to do their own thing, their own, fact. They don't want to obey God at all. Until now, you can see that. It's very hard for people to obey the word of God. So for Abraham, Abraham feel like you have to try to force, you have to try to fight against what you have to fight. Because him and his nephew Lot trying to go together before they split. Now they come back again. They come back again. Why they come back again? Because Lot now come in the situation. Remember, Lot took the position when they have to split. Lot took the position where he saw they have great future. Where he saw they have nice virgin, nice dress, nice gown, nice plate, nice food. So he took that place, and he thought that was good for him. But God, he chose him for his son Abram. God don't let Abram choose. God gave Abram the place. He said, don't worry. Everywhere you're going to go, I will bless you. Every place you you step in, I will give it as your heritage. So what's happened now? They split before, but now, suddenly we have something happen, and the people start to getting activated because they start to obey their own culture, their own rule, and they become like being belligerent on the side of God. So God feel like uncomfortable with those people. So now Sodom and Gomorrah was the place chosen by nephew of Abram, who was Lot. So after that now, something happened because they start getting war between kings of the country where was Lot, and the other country of the enemy start to come in and start to fight. And that's exactly what the word of God said. We're not going to, we just read that for you, and you heard. There are a lot of countries there, a lot of kings there. It was 4 kings against 5 kings. They try to fight because they want to get their land. They want to fight against their property to be, a stronger king than the other king. Okay? That's exactly what we read. And we're going to go straight to, after they start fighting, you're going to see right away what's happened. So we get in verse 5. Verse 5 in chapter 14, Genesis 14, verse 5. Read that for me, please, guys. Quick. I don't want to, because I have things to do after that. Genesis 14:5.
In the 14th year, Kedorlaomer and the kings allied with him went out and defeated the Rephites in Asheroth, Carnaim, the Zuzites in Ham, the Emites in Karatham.
Yeah. So, you get it? That's it. Thank you. So, the 14 year in that country, Canada, and the kings was there, start to walk against the other king, to start fighting. So now what happened now? Because of that, the war started, and finally, when you look, they have something going on, because they have one get a victory on the other one. Because too many kings, and when you read verse 9, what you see? Verse 9. Verse 9, please.
Against Kedorlaomer, the king of Elam, Tidal king of Goyim, Amraphel king of Shinar, and Erwick king of Elasar, 4 kings against 5.
And then, verse 10.
Now the valley of Siddim was full of tar pits, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fled to the hills.
And the verse 11.
The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food, then they went away.
Do that again.
The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food, and then they went away.
And then they went away. So now, big fight. And what happened now? The verse 12 tells you something going to piss off the men of God. Abram. What happened in the verse 12?
They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and all his possessions, since he was living in Sodom. Okay, thank you. Abram was not worried really about the war. Abram was not really pissed off about the war. Whatever the king can fight, they can fight about their land, about the property, about the country. But right away, he heard, he sees his nephew also with his property. His nephew, what is his name? Lot. So right away he heard that. Now he said, it's not a joke anymore. It's not a joke anymore. Because why? Why you think, listen, you remember they were split, right? You remember Abram and his nephew was split. But when they were split, did they have something like each one against the other when they split? No, not really. Because they said instead of to get some kind of confusion between me or between my people and your people, so they were one family, but between that family now, it becomes getting some kind of, difference. So that means because the difference start to come now through, so they feel like they don't want to lose the shepherd. They don't want to lose the sheep, because the sheep is more important than everything else. Because God called Abram as a shepherd, I mean to get sheep. But right away, he saw things start to become dividing the land, and they start to be blessed by God. They start to get a lot of sheep, and they start to get a lot of land, they start to get everything. So he said, no, now they start to get confusion between the people for him and the people for his nephew. So they start to get different between them. And that's why you see that still continue. Whatever you in the place where you are, you always get some kind of group of people between the group who want to divide, who want to split, because that was there from the beginning. So but Abraham was so smart, Abraham was so intelligent, because he's a man of God. When you are a man of God, you cannot accept the difference between you. You cannot accept the fighting. You cannot accept that you get something against your brothers and sisters. You get something that you feel like uncomfortable, and you get that person in your heart or that person in your head. You dislike that person. You hate for that person. You don't feel like happy with that person. That means you're not a man of God. So because everyone left that for me and you to understand, when you're a man of God, you're supposed to know you're the one who's supposed to be under. You're the one who's supposed to be, because you're controlled by God. You get called by God. God is the one who called you. He's the one who provides for you. He's your provider. When God is your provider, you cannot fight. Why you have to fight for? Because he's the one who provides for you.
So when God provides for you, God call you, somebody come in your ship and try to come in your, wherever you get your troop, or your ship, and somebody come in to display, to destroy. Don't fight for that. Why? Because you don't get, right away you fight that because you feel something wrong. Right away you fight that because you're on your own. Because God said, my people cannot fight for themselves. I'm the one who call them, I'm the one who provide for them, I'm the one who should fight for them. So when you try to be, very, you become like a fire. I mean, you forget where your position is, you forget who you are, you forget who called you, you forget, you take the name of God everywhere, you take the name of God all the time, you repeat it all the time. You tell everybody like you are a pastor, you are a reverend, you are a bishop, you are apostle, you are a doctor, and divine doctor, whatever we call. But you know what? If you don't apply in your life the wiseness of God, if you don't apply in God's name, the obedience of God, if you don't apply in your life how God uses you, what God wants to do for you, and you think you're going to fight for yourself, you're going to plan for yourself, that means you don't get caught by God. Because God planned for His children. Yes. God planned for His children. So He's the one who provides for His children. So now Abram feel like split between me and Lot will be fine. But now what happened? He don't say, oh, because he divided me and my sheep, I'm not going to care about him no more. I don't want to hear about him. This guy don't suppose, they can kill him for me. Because that's the way we talk now, we guys. That's the way we always, we all of the, all the men of God, where we are, we listen what I'm saying. Now because the church is now have the war inside the church, and even the Spirit of God can even be in that church, in that position. Because why? He saw my heart, he saw your heart, he see everything not right properly. I don't like my brother really, I don't like my sister really, and I'm trying to say I'm a man of God, I'm a sister, I'm the servant of God. But God knows better, God knows me and you better. So you think you can just tell everybody the way you feel, but you don't have to tell God the way you feel, because God knows before you think how you feel, how you're going to feel. So that means you think now because you said you're a man of God, you're a servant of God, you're a divine doctor for God. But meanwhile, when God commands, if God wants to come right now and He comes to you, He said, okay. The same way He said to the people when they brought to here Magdala, they brought to Jesus Magdala, Mary the Magdala, and they said, okay, we find her in adultery. So she committed adultery. So that's why we find we have to bring her to you. So what you said, because Master, you're the one that will have to judge. And what Jesus said okay, I agree with that. You're right about that, because Mary of Magdala sinned. She makes sin because she committed adultery. But you now, okay, I don't want to tell you nothing, but you get a rock in your hand, okay? Any one of you who feel like she's guilty, and you're not guilty, so just, give her the first rock, and just, try to beat her with the first rock to see how you can get her down, because she doesn't want to do what she does. But because you know you are better than her. If you know you are better than her, just beat her the way you are with your rock in your hand. And what was happening now? Jesus finished with this as the order, and He walked on the ground. He don't speak no more. But at the time He was riding on the ground, everybody look, they saw something, what He wrote about each of them, about their life. You said you're not guilty because she is the guilty one. But you, look at this, He's the one writing for you. You don't even need to repeat it. Jesus wrote, okay, remember this, remember this, remember that, remember this, remember that. When everybody look, what He wrote on the ground, they just turned their head and they just left. They just turned their head, they just left. Until the last one left the place. And Jesus rose back and He said, wait a minute. When He placed His head, He said, wait a minute, where are they? Mary, where are they? They left. And He said, okay, if none of them can say you are guilty, so me either, as the Master, I cannot condemn you as you guilty. Just go. Do not sin no more.
Yeah.
Do not sin more. That's exactly why God was doing to let us know how we should be. We should judge us first before we judge others. So that's exactly what happened. So Abram even was played with his nephew, but when his nephew be in trouble, he was wrong. He went right away. He being in process right away to defend his nephew. He don't care about the sheep. He don't care about, but he care about his nephew. So that's exactly what God wants from me and you. We don't say, oh, because he come, he picked some people from my church, he picked some people, or he broke my family, or he broke my this, my that, or I don't want to deal with that person anymore. This person just, I don't want to see that person in my face anymore. And listen to me. Right when you do that, you make God angry.
Yes.
Because you cannot be a child of God.
No.
Because God wants to know who you are, to tell the other one you don't want to see him, or you're better than him. And all of us, we're going to the same place.
Yes.
In the cemetery.
Yes.
All of us, we're going to go under the ground.
Yes.
All of us, we need to go in the casket one day.
Yes.
To be at the last time visit by the friends around us.
Yes.
All of us. So now you want to tell me your brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, is lower than you, or it cannot be on the same. Because everyone wants to teach us things. So now we went through, and we want to see what happened. When he decided to go, we want to know if he went with his own entire heart to defend his nephew, or if he went like two faces. Because there are people who want to tell people they want to help because they don't want people setting against them. But they don't use their whole heart. They don't use their entire heart to go. They want to tell you, because I don't want people setting, let me go. But you know what? Everyone want to let you know he went with his own heart to go to defend his nephew. He went there now, he want to find out. Now he went to his army, his people, his brave people again, who walk with him, around him. He said, we have to defend my nephew. I'm not going to let my nephew in the property of somebody else. Because my nephew was in the field with me. My nephew was in the field. He was in the job with me. When God called me, to leave the place I was before. Why? God told me, take my family and leave. When I left with my family, but the Lord was included there. So that means now I cannot hear something going to happen to him and leave him alone. So that's exactly why some people don't pay attention to, because right away they get some divided, some little situation happen between us, and they just ignoring completely. They ignore completely our relationship. They ignore completely. They broke everything. They don't want to deal with that person anymore because they feel like that person is a devil. That person cannot be next to me anymore. God do not try to give us this kind of instruction or this kind of rule to follow. That's not good at all. So we have to see what's happening now. So read for me 14 to 16, please.
When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men born in his household and went to pursue as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them, and he routed them, and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hobah, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions together with the women and the other people.
Thank you. You see what happened now? So he went, he took his army with him, he fought, he beat them. He beat the enemy, he grabbed everything they grabbed from Lot family, and he grabbed Lot and he brought them back to their country safely. He said, he brought them to their country safely because he wanted to make sure he did because remember that God called him as a father.
Yes, sir.
If he's a father, he should care about all the children.
Yes, sir.
He cannot choose these children and left the order.
No.
He have to be the father of everyone, bad or good.
Amen.
He cannot be chosen. Like me, I don't want to be the father of this, I don't want to be father of that. No, 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 no. God seal you with the name of the Father for all the creature in the earth.
Yes, sir.
So God sealed it. So now you see, he brought him back. And what happened after? Happiness now. Because he fought and he died. After that, what happened, baby? Could you read for me? 17 to 21.
After Abram returned from defeating Kedorlaomer and the king's allied with him, the king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shalom, that is the king's valley. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth. And blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the goods for yourself.
What did Abram say after that, 22?
But Abram said to the king of Sodom, I have raised my hand to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and have taken an oath.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hallelujah.
Abraham, after he fought, that's interesting. After he fought, God gave him victory. He brought back his nephew with everything he belonging. So now, the king fight like him. The king who was not even loving, not even care about him.
Wow,
now, that was his enemy. Now, the king want to show him like, he want to praise him. He want to, I call that, reward him for what he done, because he did something marvelous. He did something like no one can do. And now, because people don't think about that. When you go to ask God a favor, God gives you a favor. You don't know how God fight with the, to give you the victory on the battle. The battle God tell you, he sent you, he give it to you. So you know God on your side. God is your fight. God is your warrior. So when God is a warrior, so that means you fight. But the point is, now when God gives you victory now, you don't know what God did. But God gives you victory on your enemy. And your enemies, so all your enemies now is under your feet. So God put you on the top of them. So don't take that glory because you get victory on them. Because God is so jealous. God is very jealous about those things. So now Abraham said, you know what? The king said, you know, I want to tell you now, I feel like, let me get your people. Let me get your people and get the property. You see what kind of change you want to do? You see what kind of deal you want to do? You see how he smart? So that what I mean? So that means because Abraham get victory with the three, how many people he said? He picked with him? 300? 318. 318 people from his army went and fought and got victory. So now he thought because of those people's strength, so that's why they get a victory. I don't think so. I think that because God is on the side of Abraham.
Yes.
I don't think that because he get 318 people.
No.
He count on that. No, not really. No. But that because the strength of God, so Abraham is as a father want to fight back against the enemy to get his nephew back. Or his nephew is supposed to get a hateful against his nephew because his nephew not with him anymore. His nephew divide, split him completely with the sheep where he used to. So now what happened? He still love his nephew. He still want to defend his nephew. So when God see your heart is still lovely to help your enemy, God going to strength 100 back, 100% back. God going to give you strength to get that victory. Because God love when you get your enemy and you want to help. You want to put them, to get them off the trouble. You know, God loves that. But what's happened now? Now the king feel like he want to get those people. he said, he told about, give me the people and take everything I have, everything else I have, and I want to get your people like me to feel like strength, to feel like he be completely strong, because his kingdom going to be completely well, because he get all the strongest people from heaven. Abraham said, no, ever. You know what? You won't see things happen even for your belonging, even for your property, even for whatever you have, not even for people. Because me, I'm not God. I cannot do nothing by myself. Everything you see happen, it happened by Godhead. So now me, I have nothing to do with that at all. That's why he said to make it like he said. He said that you have to see the king feel like he want to split, he want to get that kind of deal between him and Abraham. That means he feel like his kingdom will be protected more. But now, when Abraham shared like that, and he said the name of God, you know what? Abraham never do something without maintaining the name of God, because he can do nothing without the mighty name of God. So that's why he presented himself before the king with the name of God. And he said, okay, you know what? Forget about everything. Do not come with nothing at all. Whatever they already eat, they ate. They ate already because they were in the war, and they were in the trip, they were traveling, so they ate. But after that, whatever you feel like, keep all of your belongings, keep all of your people. I don't care about whatever you say, because he, the man of God, is not going to fight for people and belonging and properties. And the man of God, that's the way you should be. You cannot fight like that, because you're supposed to be a man of God. God control, God provide for you. Everything you need should come under his hand. And I'm going to give you another example. You're going to see that. Because what he tried to tell us now, he tried to tell his enemy, whatever you give me is not going to please me, compared to the way God give me the victory on my enemies. God give me the victory on my enemies. So God is the one who should receive the glory. God is the one who should receive the reward. God is the one I should worship, I should glorify, I should, thank, because he's the one who give me victory on my enemies, to pick my nephew from the enemies, to get his belonging from the enemies. I don't know how I can get that, but God is the one who give me all of this. So when you get the jealousy of the Melchizedek now as a king, so he want to get the power God give Abraham to get the victory from the enemy, to pick his nephew. So the king feel like he become jealous now, very jealous. He said, let me try to get this guy, to see if I can get those guys around me. So when I get those guys around me, I'll be completely well protected. So now, let me see. I'm going to tell him, take everything you want to be rich in your life. You see, to be rich in your life. He give money, he give everything. He said, you and your money, you and your riches, you and everything you have, stay away from me. Stay away from my sight. Because God is the one who gives me strength, is the one I should glorify, I should worship, and I should take for everything he's done. And you see the same thing happen in the Old Testament, but the same thing you already see happen in the New Testament. Could you read for me, please? Act. Go to the New Testament. Act 8, verse 14 to 25. Go to the New Testament. Act 8. Chapter 8, verse 14 to 25. We're going to see something. The same thing happened in Genesis 14. It's going to happen in Act 8, chapter 14 to 25. I'm listening, guys.
When the apostles in Jerusalem heard that Samaria had accepted the word of God, they sent Peter and John to Samaria. Where they arrived, they prayed. When they arrived, they prayed for the new believers there, that they might receive the Holy Spirit. Because the Holy Spirit had not yet come to any of them, they had simply been baptized in the name of the Lord Jesus. Then Peter and John placed their hands on them, and they received the Holy Spirit.
Which chapter is, which verse is that?
17.
17. Go ahead.
When Simon saw that the Spirit was given at the laying on of the apostles' hand, he offered them money and said, "Give me also this ability, so that everyone on whom I lay my hands on may receive the Holy Spirit." Peter answered, "May your money perish with you, because you thought you could buy the gift of God with money. You have no part or share in this ministry, because your heart is not right before God. Repent of the wickedness and pray to the Lord in the hope that He may forgive you for having such a thought in your heart. For I see that you are full of bitterness and captive to sin." Then Simon answered, "Pray to the Lord for me, so that nothing you have said may happen." After they had further proclaimed the word of the Lord and testified about Jesus, Peter and John returned to Jerusalem, preaching the gospel in many Samaritan villages.
Thank you. You see, I come from Genesis 14 to give you the story of Abraham, who fought for his nephew, and God gave him strength. God gave him power to fight against the enemy. And now the jealousy of the king, like he said, so now try to come over to say, "Can I get what you got from God? And you take the property, and I can get the people." So that's what the strength, that was the blessing God gave Abraham. So the same thing happened to exactly, that's why I make you read the John and Peter. What happened to John and Peter as the servant of God? So they were doing this, the same thing. They tried to get the job of because everyone was doing the job. They got, God job. He tried to save people's life. He tried to bring back all the belongings from his nephew, because they were together, and then the traveling on the time God gave them order to leave Sodom and Gomorrah. So now you can imagine what's going on when now you see Peter and John now was on the same trip when they got to pray for somebody, and they put their hand by the power of God on someone, and that person is filling with the Holy Ghost Spirit of God. Okay? So what happened now? Right, what Simon said? Simon is one who acting like Melchizedek. Simon acting like Melchizedek. The same way Melchizedek acting, but the same way Simon acting. So Simon get jealousy about the power what God gave Peter and John. And Simon said, "Can I get some? The same way you don't think I can do too. So can you give me?" So you see what happened now? When people see God miracle happen, they think it's something like this, like that, anyone can do. Or anyone can do because you just said you said some word by your mouth, then that happened right away. It's not that, brothers and sisters, it's not that. You have to understand, when God used someone, He used that person as an instrument. And that person is an instrument on the hand of God.
Yes, sir.
And that person, God used that person as a sword. And He used that person as a sword, as a tool, because now, anytime you want to save a life, you want to just use that person. You just come through that person as a way to go through. So whatever you can be, maybe you don't like the life of that person, maybe you don't feel comfortable with that person, maybe you feel like that person is not on the way you want people around you to be. That person maybe is not your friend, that person maybe not make you happy, that person maybe never be your friend around you. But believe me, God is the one who chose that person, it's not you.
Amen.
God is the one who filled that person with His Spirit, it's not you.
Yes.
God is the one who knows the heart of that person, it's not you.
Amen.
You see the cover.
Yeah.
You see the cover, the box of that television. That's exactly what you see. But the television inside there, you don't know how it looks like. Maybe the screen is already broken.
Yeah.
Maybe the TV is already messed up. But the box is look fancy. But the box is looking like brand new. But inside, you don't know how many shock the box already received. The TV is already messed up. Yes, I remember that happened to my job. Because one time they bought a large screen TV to put in the waiting area for my job where I am. And then what happened? It was so big. they thought everything okay, but it was inside the box. But when we opened the box, me and my supervisor, we saw the screen already messed up. So now we have to take the TV back to the store because we cannot see inside the box. We see outside the box. But now we brought the TV home. When we brought the TV home, finally when we opened that box, we find that box was broken. But you know what? That's only Jesus can do that. Can go inside the box and open it to see what's happening. You see the box outside. You pick the box the way you see. You consider the box the way you see. The box don't have no damage. But the time you put down by the shock you give the box, so the TV screen is messed up. But you don't even know that. So that's exactly the same way you can see people around you. You don't like that people. You don't feel comfortable with that people. You feel now embarrassed with that people. But believe me, people that people could be the one who please God better than you and even people around you. But you don't take like that. So you have to understand. So now Peter and John was an instrument of God, was a sender of God, messenger of God. God used them as his tool. But what's happened? So Simon feel like, oh my God, those two guys, they have so much power. I want to find if they can sell me some. I want to buy some from them. Okay? But I'm sorry, until now people try to buy power from people. I heard that. People try to buy speaking tongues from people. I heard that. People try to buy power from the water, from the bottle in the water from people. I heard that. People try to buy power from, just put your hand on me and I will feel the Holy Ghost. I heard that. But let me tell you, if you're not the instrument of God, if you're not the tool of God, if God don't choose you, if God don't have his spirit in you, it cannot be. It cannot be. You want to, but it's not the will of God. That could be your way. You want to. You will like to, but it's not God want to. That's why when we pray, we have to ask God, depend on your will. Could you please your servant? God, could you hear my voice, please? Compare to your will. If he's on your will, can you please your servant? Can you give your servant this and that? Can you please your servant if he's in your will? It's not because you think God said, ask me everything you desire and I will give it to you. No, it's not the way it is really. God not going to give you something and right away you get it, you forget about him, you don't want to care about him anymore, you don't want to just, God will take that away from you. You're not going to get it. So that's exactly what's happened. So finally you see, the same thing happened to Melchizedek with Abraham when he got victory on his enemy. Now the same thing when God gave Peter and John victory on the devil. On the devil. Because when God gives the Spirit, the Holy Ghost, to someone, that means God arm you now. God gives you arm to just fight against the devil, against the enemy, against your people who don't even want to see you, you don't feel comfortable with you. Because anytime you should get someone around you, on your side, that person don't feel. If you try to follow the word of God, if you try to comply with the word of God, if you try to implement the word of God in your life, the way God asked you to obey. So let me tell you, when you see someone around you, your heart is supposed to be filled with love. And when you see your heart filled with love, and someone around you cannot stand around you, someone around you cannot feel together with you, cannot fit together with you, that means something wrong. That means what God put on you as the Spirit, that means that Spirit don't feel comfortable with the Spirit of that person. That means two different spirits cannot fight. So they cannot fit together. So now you're going to see that person don't like you anymore. That person, everything you say will be contrary, will be completely against. And it doesn't like at all when you open your mouth. It doesn't like at all when you wear clothes. It doesn't like at all when you just want to go somewhere and you just want to just invite another friend around you. It doesn't like that. You just feel like invite you about everything, and you just feel like jealous about everything. So you feel like anything he can destroy, he can use to destroy you. He want to use to destroy you. But because of the Spirit of God on you, he don't have no power of that. Because God is going to be around you as a firewall, against you, against them on you. That means everything you're going to get on you, it be completely completely controlled by the power of God. So now Peter and John was find out Simon have a bad spirit. Because right away you heard somebody talking about, I wish I should get this same power this guy have. Oh, wait a minute. Now you can imagine right away that person is not a servant of God. Because you should know God is the one who chose his own people to fill with the Holy Ghost. It's not men. Whatever love you get for your wife, whatever love you get for your friend, whatever love you get for your husband, whatever love you get for... You remember what was happening to Elisha? Elisha have his children, and when God have to beat, he going to beat him because he said, I choose you, but you let your children do whatever they want. So now you mess up my name, you mess up my, everything I have, because you let your children do everything they want to do. So that means you don't have no character of the father, of the one who have to lead the house. So that means if you cannot lead your house, you cannot lead either my sheep. Because my sheep is supposed to get good character, good example, good form, but you cannot even lead your house. So that's why God was punished Elijah. Why? Because he let the children do what they want. And God now have to use, instead of use one of each children, you have to use another one from outside. What? And I remember, you know what? So Elijah was there, so the young Samuel was the one God brought there and to come in and to be the anointing one for God. Because why? Because God can find none ready from Elijah's children. Because he let them do whatever they feel like. Okay? So God is really care about someone to put his anointing spirit on them. He don't going to just use anyone like this. You cannot, you cannot give God who to choose.
No.
God don't want that from nobody.
No.
Whoever you are, whoever you love in your life, whoever you feel like to give in your life. But God do not choose by you. God is the one who gives you order to choose. Like he chose David from the house of Isaac, right? Isaiah. So he just used the Samuel to go to Isaiah's house. Now by Isaiah's house, he chose David from all of the giant brothers there.
Yes, sir.
So he said, do not look what you see around them by your comparison of your eyes.
Yes.
But I want to tell you, I'm the one who's going to choose by comparison of the heart. So you don't want to just compare by art, you want to compare by appearance. Yes. God said, don't look by appearance. God, I'm the one who knows who's the one who gets the heart for me. So your heart's supposed to be filled of the Spirit of God if you choose to adore God, if you choose to worship God, if you choose to be an instrument for God, if you choose to be a sword from his hand. So now God is waiting for you to come over to say, here I am now, I'm here now, could you use me? Now to get used by God, you think it's easy? You have to be like a dust.
Yes, sir.
That's the word no one wants to be.
No.
You have to be like a sandal in the feet of God.
Yes, sir.
You have to be that, someone like everyone can just walk on it.
Yes.
Everyone just can walk on you. Walk on you. A life, yes, a life.
Yes.
Walk on you. So now everything they tell you, you're not supposed to be angry. Everything they tell you, you're not supposed to be, you got a bad answer to give, or you get a bad comparison to give to something. No. Everything you should hear, you make like you hear that from here, from the one side of here, and you just let it go by the other side. You don't pay attention to it. You got to be a person who really blind, who don't even see things. Because now you put on the dust. Yes. And you don't even have to, can even hear, can even see, and now you become deaf person too. You don't like to speak. You cannot speak. You become very timid. Because now no one don't know exactly what is in your mind. Because why? You're always in a meditation. You always have to meditate. Because you have the word of God in your mind, word of God in your spirit. So you have to make sure you get connection all the time. When God wants to use you, He find you right there. It's not the time when God going to call you, going to find out, where are you? Where are you? No, God will always see you under his feet. You're praying, you're bowing down, you're very submitted, you're very, humiliated in front of everybody. So you don't have no angriness, you don't have no, anger to feel like when somebody tells you something, oh, you don't know who I am? I'm a pastor, I'm a bishop, I'm a divine doctor, I'm a apostle, you know what, you don't know who I am? No, listen, right away you speak like that,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to tell the world who you are.
No.
They know by your action, they know by the way you speak, the way you act, the way you talk, the way everything you do, the people have to judge you by the way you are. So you don't have to, because there are certain people who want to show outside they're like a lamb. Outside they cannot speak, outside they're very polite, outside they're very nice, outside they're very good. But when they're inside the house, they become a lion.
Yes.
When they're inside the job, they become a lion. But
Yes.
when they're inside somewhere else, maybe in the meeting, or maybe somewhere else, maybe with the government, now they become the best person in the world.
Yes.
You know what? Jesus don't take that.
No.
Because you see, that's why they don't cover the house with some kind of material, because some kind of material cannot take water. They cannot take when they get a rain, the pouring rain, they cannot take that. So they have to get a special material to cover the house to make sure the people inside the house get protected safely. But we think we can just come to God and tell, do everything we want. God do not look, God do not count, God do not see. No, Papa, my brother and my sister, if you think like that, you're not even on the trail yet. You're walking, but you're not even stepping yet. Because you have to understand, when God chose Peter and John, he trained them, he teach them, and then they have so many experiences, number one, and they follow everything God taught them. And now, because they follow, the Spirit of God come in and just cover them completely and use them completely powerfully. Now, after you're suffering, from where God take you and where God want to walk with you, now people around you going to get jealousy about you. Because they see you get filled of Spirit of God, you feel of Holy Ghost, and now they're going to think about, who's this? Who's that person? But they don't know when you were like Elijah inside the rock, when you were there and the bird or the column have to come in and feed you with the meat, and you get some kind of bread by the column and they come in to feed you. That's exactly the same way God wants you to know, to understand. Elijah was away when God chose him, put him on the side. When they have to come in to the guy who get the leper, and the guy don't know why they have to send him so far away to see a man of God. Because man of God going to tell him to just go to the water and just just go down there on the water for 7 times, to just back up to the water, just go through and get back up. And now for 7 times, he feel like that's too many. He don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And that country where he had to go so poor, so deserted. So why you have to go all the way there? To follow God is not easy. To follow God, you have to go on the place you don't even expect it.
Yes.
To follow God, you have to suffer. To follow God, you have to pass by the place you doesn't like to go.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's not easy. People think God, everybody want to come in to serve God. I want to. It's not you want to serve God. If God will already plan for you to be the servant of God,
Amen.
that's the one you're looking for.
Yes.
And you don't know if God choosing you. You be wishing, yes, that's you. You want to to serve God, but you're not in the plan of God. So now you're going to fight as an agent of the devil and an agent of Lucifer against the man of God, against the servant of God. Because you're going to get jealousy about God used them, God don't use you. Now your mouth going to be your tool. Now your mouth going to be your sword against that person, because you don't feel happy with that person, because that person has power from God, but God don't call you. You present yourself to God. Yes. But the other person, God chose him, God called him. There are big difference between present yourself to God and God called. Because let me tell you, if God calling people, and you have a list in the hand,
yes,
a book and call it John, Peter, Angie, and Aisha, and Natasha, and now you stand there. once your name never called, you can even approach number one. You can even say present number two. So that means if your name not in the list, you present yourself. That's why God never used you, because God don't have your name in His list. God don't have your name in His book. The book of life you get in His hand. He chosen people to be in that book. So you have to understand. Don't fight against the other people. Don't be jealousy. But that's God. That's God will. That's God. That's the way God wants things done. So you have to understand. By God, you have to go to get everything. But following the way Melchizedek tried to follow no good, the way the guy Simon want to do it no good. And you see, now because Simon want to buy the power from Peter and John, and he received what? Own blessing. Own blessing, not blessing. He received a own blessing. He received a own blessing from the men of God, from Peter and John. And what happened now? He gets scared. Because he said, because the devil spirit in you want to tell you, to come and to tell us, to switch the power of God to you. Like me, it's a thing you can buy in the store. You know? Now I can tell you right now, you'll get all the kind of miserable life entered to your life right away. And he said, please pray for me. Make sure what you just repeat on me that come true. And that exactly same thing happened to Mary and Aaron when they have to complain against the man of God, Moses. So God just, chased them and then, sent disease on them, and they had leprosy, and right away, the leprosy on them. So who have to pray for them again? The same person they don't want to see. The same person they criticize. The same person they don't like. God tell them they have to go to the same exact person to ask forgiveness and to ask to please ask God to give us a life back. After that, they cannot get it back. If they think they're going to stay in the same way, so angry with the anger, feel like, no one can speak to them, no one can, give you advice, no one can give you idea, no one can reprimand you, no one can tell you this is wrong, no one can tell you you did something wrong. Believe me, you're in the wrong spot. You cannot be in the boat of God. You cannot be by the word of the kingdom to go to the kingdom of God, because God do not get no place for you. God do not get no place at all to receive you. No seat at all. You get a seat, but not by the kingdom of God. Not to the kingdom of God. You're going to get maybe to the kingdom of the devil, to the kingdom of Lucifer. But when you apply the word of God, obey the word of God, you love your brothers and sisters, you fight as Abram went and fight against, for his nephew to be released, and to take everything from the enemy and give back to his nephew. And now, he don't get nothing back from that. He don't ask nothing back from that. He don't ask no reward for that. The kings of Melchizedek want to get reward to him to say, let me give this away. He said, no, get away from me, because I'm a child of God. If I'm a child of God, I don't need no reward from you, for anything God used me to do for you.
Amen.
I don't know if you get that. Anything God used me to do for you, I have no right to ask or to take any reward from you, because God used me to save you or to help you out. Because God is the one who used me as an instrument. Let me tell you, you see I got a pen in my hand? Like I got the pen I used to write, okay? So now I use the pen to write, right? But the pen now cannot come in and say, you know what? I'm the one who put my ink on the paper. You know what? You have to rewrite. I want to reward me something, because you see how much I'm using my ink, I'm using me on the paper to give you knowledge. No. The person who used the ink is the one now you have to go to ask, to reward you, because he's the one who used the pen. He's the one who spent all the ink, who used all the ink inside the pen. Wow. So you cannot go to the pen. You have to go to the person who used the pen. So God is the one who used people to help the other people, to save the other people, to do his job, to do his purpose. So you have to go to God for anything you want to give as a reward, or you want to give or ask. But you cannot go to the person as a human being like me and you. Because that person don't even know what God did to help you. That person don't even know how many angels God sent to help you, or to save you, or to heal you. That person don't know nothing. He He just raised his hand and that's it. And the whole kingdom of the heaven come down and come and give you life back and take you off from the devil's hand. So you think the man who raised his hand is the one who said, that's why God gets jealousy about the people of Israel, because they want, that's why God won't let them even bury Moses. Because why? Because they thought Moses, you know, God's so jealous about that. He used Moses as God really for them, but because he used Moses as God for them, so now they use, they forget about God created. They used Moses as their God company.
Yes.
That's why God said, okay, because you use Moses as your God, I'm going to take that body, I'm going to bury myself.
Yes,
I'm not going to let you know where I'm buried. Because if I let you know where I bury that body, you're going to worship that body. Yes. You're going to adore that body.
Yes,
and I'm so jealous, I'm not going to let you adore a dead body.
No.
So I'm God of God Almighty of Israel people. So that's why God buried himself, Moses, because he don't want nobody adore and worship the dead body of Moses. Amen. So you have to understand, God is so jealous about everything. So you have to be careful. Don't take the glory of God for yours. You think you the one, or I'm the prophet, I'm the one to pray for him, I'm the one to pray for her, or he should come or she should come. No, Baba, you know what? You put yourself in the condition, in the confusion with your life and God. Because God now going to punish you because you want to take his glory. You want to take his glory from every single people he want to save or deliver from the devil, to make sure he receive the glory and to continue to bless. All the time that person give testimony, everywhere that person give testimony, God continue to bless that person. And God continue to bless the whole soul who heard and come into God and come to seek for this God and come to see what God is, this God who want to come in and come in and come in until the body is filled, the body is completely filled with the soul. Now when God see the soul coming one after one because of the testimony of that person, that's the time God feel great, God feel happy, and God said, okay, you see, that's why I like when I do something for you and you praise me and you glorify me and you give testimony about what I'm done for you, because I'm a God who loves you and no one can love you more than me, because I'm the God of everyone on the earth. May God bless you all. I love. Okay? God of Isaac, God of Abraham, God of Moses. We put you at this present time, Father God, because we thank you for your word to give us at this present time. I know we get all the brothers and sisters around, Lord, who are listening to us. And I know they listen, hallelujah, whatever you give me, hallelujah, to participate with them, to share with them. And I know they feel, hallelujah, completely by the discernment of the Spirit, you share, you the Spirit, you're over. And I know they heard and they just get that as a spiritual food. They can just, Lord, hallelujah, feel like comfortable like with the word, or feel like the Spirit flow over them, or to give them the discernment of the comprehension. Or like they can understand very well what you want to say by that, to just drop everything we have from our flesh, drop everything we have from our mind, and becoming like your daughter or your son, and we are to be under your feet as you the one who have to give us, who have to lead everything in our life. And that's exactly why I ask you, please God, to open their mind spiritually and give them all the discernment, give them all the comprehension, and give them all the appetite to understand. Every time we give them the word of God, God, you give it to us, and I think we will get a feedback from whatever you give us, and to give them feel like the power of the Spirit over them, to give them everything they want, everything they ask you at the time you give me the word to give them, and make sure they discern completely well by the Spirit. And now anytime we come again, they will invite to come in to see or to hear, hallelujah, the word you give me for them. Please, Lord, hallelujah, I ask you to protect them where they are. They have some, hallelujah, in the hospital, who can even go to church right now. They have some, hallelujah, who is there in jail, who can even go out, hallelujah. They have no family even to visit them. They have some, hallelujah, in the house, can even go nowhere. All of them, they get sick, but they're looking, Lord, for you. They're looking for you. They're seeking for your help, hallelujah, to give them, hallelujah, Lord, healing, to give them, hallelujah, deliverance, because they want something, hallelujah, by your power. Because you're the only doctor, mighty doctor, hallelujah, you're the perfect doctor who can do everything without what you don't use anything human being use to give healing to the people. And I know you're the Alpha, you're the Omega, you're the beginning, you're the end, you're the one who created. You didn't want to destroy. And I ask you right now, Lord, to go over those hospitals, those jails, over the houses where the people need your help, where the people are looking, seek for your help, and please visit them and give them your presence. Give them your presence of your shadow, the presence of your mighty hand by the fire around you from your hair to the toe of your feet, and they will be covered and they will be completely healing and delivered by the power of the God, Lord. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Thank you. Have a good